sad one, dude. So we got Kansas Juvenile Detention Center. They held this boy down for 30 minutes until he died. But they're not filing charges against the staff, claiming that it was stand your ground. So we're finna read this and get to the bottom of it because it just sounds like a whole bunch of BS. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast.
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
Yo, all right, there we go. I'm back. See, I was about to slip a little bit because I thought that the other mic was on and this one was on. So I'm glad I grabbed this one real quick so that you can at least hear me real fast. But this is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been Keep It P. I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to fare. What's going on? Good morning, mommy. When you find yourself mixed up in an anti-racist war propaganda machine being perpetuated by the lamestream media, then you got the Democrats and the Republicans, both bipartisan, Super Saiyan 9041, targeting black folks, period. Now, let's play the video first. Because I want to see this monstrosity. I want to see. And notice that when it's a black crime, they always got a video for you to watch so you can see the injustices firsthand. Check it out. Hold on. Because there was video of this crap. And I want to see it. Boom. All right, y'all. Fair use and all of that. Here we go.
Months after he died, video shows the last moments a teenager was awake and breathing while being held in custody. Good evening, I'm Craig Andrews. Sedgwick County case. Standing in front of the porch of the house there, officers are seen talking to him, but are not able to convince him to go to the hospital. An hour goes by, officers call for help as they struggle to take Lofton into custody. Video shows Lofton on the ground being placed into the wrap restraint system, binding his legs and feet. Officers can be heard talking about whether they should take him to JIAC or Ascension Via Christi St. Joe for a mental health evaluation. Officers ultimately decided on JIAC. Zach Martin joins us now outside the facility. Hey, Zach,
yeah, so right off the bat, it's like they're trying to frame it, right? First of all, they're trying to be like, oh, he was unruly, he was unmanageable, they had to put him in the restraints. Listen, y'all, they ain't putting white people in this in these restraints, man. Good morning, Mom. They keep giving it P this morning. But there's more. Hold on.
When WPD is able to leave the JIAC facility with Lofton now in his cell, he is seen acting oddly, according to a JIAC employee in District Attorney Mark Bennett's report. That report states at 4:20 a.m., the JIAC intake specialist opens Lofton's cell door to explain the intake process. Let's point out this moment right here when a JIAC employee reaches for Lofton's jacket on a nearby chair. Lofton reacts and approaches the employee. Just before 4:30 in the morning, Lofton is seen in the lobby.
What you mean reacts and approaches the employee? You took his fucking property. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Good question, Tia. Black people, if you got somebody mentally ill in your family, the police is the last thing to do. Y'all better try to work that shit out on your own, because when your family get encountered in people, death is imminent. I seriously be wondering if family members be setting their peoples up to die. Anyway, hold on.
With the JIAC intake specialist and a corrections officer. The employees are trying to keep Lofton from walking to the intake counter. He again tries to approach the counter. The employees began to restrain Lofton. That's when video shows Lofton punch the intake specialist in the face, knocking his glasses to the floor. The employees then wrestle him down to the ground in a holding cell, and more employees run to help. Video then shows JIAC personnel holding Lofton down in the prone position on his stomach while in the holding room, but the camera does not show a close angle of what was happening.
Because y'all was holding that boy till he stopped breathing, and y'all did that shit on purpose. Motherfuckers need to pull up. I'm sorry, cursing and all this morning. Motherfuckers need to pull up, man, straight like that. I don't even give a fuck. I don't care about all that. They need to pull up on them, man. Like, I'm sick of this shit. They literally held that boy until he died.
DA's report has JIAC employees say they heard Lofton refer to himself as Jesus and saying he was going to put a hex on the JIAC staff. After more than 30 minutes,
you see that? You see that coded ass language? You see that? 2 trigger words. Black people, I mean, white people definitely don't want black people calling them, thinking that Jesus is black. That's first off. Second of all, you know they fake scary about some voodoo shit like that. I don't know. I was looking at this meme on Facebook, and this lady was like, this white Karen was fucking with her in the store and shit. And so she was like, and instead of getting mad or getting at her, she went up to her and said some fake words and did her hands like Celie and acted like she put some voodoo on her. She's like, the white woman started screaming all loud in Walmart, like, get her! She just put voodoo on me! So, I noticed that right away. 2 trigger words for the dominant society. Hold on, there's more. Look how they try to go off the video real quick. So I don't finish showing it. Nah, we getting right back to that. You just hold your horses, buddy. We're getting right on back there. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, let's see what else they got to go here.
Specialist and a correctional holding Lofton down in the prone position on his stomach while in the holding room, but the camera does not show a close angle of what was happening. The DA's report has JIAC employees say they heard Lofton refer to himself as Jesus and saying he was going to put a hex on the JIAC staff. After more than 30 minutes, it appears employees flipped Lofton onto his back. At 5:08 a.m., according to the district attorney's report, Lofton was handcuffed, and 4 minutes later, he was flipped to his back after employees felt for a pulse and could not find one. Employees begin chest compressions at 5:13 a.m., and a JIAC supervisor calls 911. Another employee went to look for a defibrillator, but the facility did not have one. It took 7 minutes for EMS to enter JIAC. They removed the handcuffs and moved Lofton to the lobby to try and get a heartbeat. At 5:37, they were able to get Lofton a pulse, and 16 minutes later, EMS has Lofton en route to Wesley Medical Center. Cedric Lofton died at an area hospital 2 days later. We were able to speak with Mayor Brandon Whipple tonight about the video, and he says he hasn't seen the full video yet. But regardless, he says these events should not have happened.
Lying. Just like Uncle Lori Lightfoot, they showed him the whole thing so he can start explaining it for him. So we know that the mayor is in on it. We know that the facility is in on it. We know the EMT is in on it. They fake tried to save his life. They didn't even let him in for 7 minutes. How you gonna let cousin not have a pulse or a heartbeat for 7 minutes and then think he's gonna be all right?
You know, this is a child who's going through a mental health crisis, and frankly, we need to be doing a better job as a community, as a city government, as a county government, in ensuring that folks get the services they need in these situations.
Mayor Whipple says city leaders and county leaders are working with state lawmakers in hopes of getting a mental health hospital here in Wichita. Here for you from the JIAC facility, Zach Martin, KSN News 3.
Sedgwick County District Attorney Mark Bennett says even though Lofton's death was ruled a homicide, he cannot file criminal charges against anyone, whether it be officers or JIAC employees. The reason, because of Kansas' strong stand your ground law.
Oh, okay. So they just told you. They just told you that he can't that y'all can't press no charges against the staff or the police or nothing because of stand your ground. Really? Well, black people, y'all need to stand y'all motherfucking ground too and not let this shit ride. I'm sick of people being pussies. Damn, man. Somebody got to stand up. Somebody can't let this shit ride, man. Yeah, wasn't no safety equipment available. Man, this shit burns chaps my damn whole hide, man. I gotta go to the gym, y'all, man. Me and TZ gonna come back as soon as I get out the gym. I just gotta go sign up and get my access so that I can go whenever I want to, because I'll be going like 5, 6 in the morning. But initially to meet the staff, I had to meet them at 8:30, and that's prime time, drip time. So what does that mean, executive sessions? Where you tapping in from, executive sessions? And what does that mean? Because I don't know what the popcorn. I mean, it ain't the way I see it, man. It ain't nothing to look at. This is all actions. It look like some actions need to be taken here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It says, how to stand your ground work when someone takes your property. Exactly. That's what happened in the beginning. They took his jacket. They had no reason to take his jacket. That was kind of a provoked attack, if you ask me. You already know that he's dealing with some mental health issues. Why do you want to go to the fact of trying to provoke the dude? You already know he mentally messed up on some shit right now. Exactly. I totally agree. Where you from, executive sessions? Where you tapping in from? I'm trying to ask you questions now. I got a few more minutes, and we'll see what's going on here. Eating popcorn, smoking a blunt, watching your channel for the first time. Well, I appreciate that, Joe. On the morning drip, wake up side of the game. This is the Keep It P, man. We bust down shit like this, man. Like we take LA in this beach. Well, man, tap in with me every morning. It's usually at 8:30. I'm just going in a little earlier today because I gotta go to the gym, man, get this chest meat and this arm meat together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this is what we do. We bust down propaganda and show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And right now, Kansas City or Kansas ain't keeping it P. They need to be pulled up on. I just heard about what happened to Nip, man, down there. So it came out that Nip was being targeted, and your boy Shitty Cuz was an operative. That's how they get us, man. They always send one of us to get us, man. We like and share, everyone. That's right. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm emoji, foge, and scoge about being on code. I'm saying pull the fuck up. I'm not being nice this morning. Ain't no nice this morning. Ain't no trying to mince my words and all that. Them motherfuckers need to be pulled up on. Period, man. Look at that, man. Look at this brother, man. He deceased, gone now, out of there. Probably had kids and all that. You know what I'm saying? Get their ass out of here, man. Pull-up season is definitely in a finna. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like Tia said, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna be back with some more news. Today, there won't be at 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock will happen at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go in at 2. We probably gonna go in again, maybe before I start my client and all that. But if not, that's why I wanted to make sure I get y'all to drip early. If not, we definitely going in at 2. We're definitely coming back at 6. And he said, pull up for the sake of mental health care of our youth. Fuck yeah, man. Pull up for that, man. How many Emmett Tills is we gonna let go down? How many Trayvon Martins is we finna let pass? We out here looking real suspect right now, black people. Real puss. Super puss. Bussy puss. We looking real scared. We're real scary right now. Come on, y'all. Anyway, this is the reason why I say what I say. Make anti-black racism a public health crisis for shit like this.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went upstate. I told you motherfucker I got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet. Fuck you think you is, man. Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something. What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than a Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. He been hula hooping through loopholes. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Brushy cream leaves, Keith, whale, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you